Talking with Topher is sponsored by naturalbossnh.com, New Hampshire Vape Gallery, and slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. More on that later. It's time for Talking with Topher, episode 36. What's happening, TwT fans? It is a beautiful Monday here in New England. It is 28 degrees. I don't know why I like talking about the weather so much, but it changes so dramatically from day to day around here that I just feel like it's always something to talk about. It always makes the mood, too. I don't know if anybody else gets this way, but I just feel like depending on the weather is depending sometimes on how I feel. So I just think the weather's important, and I like talking about it. But the sun's out. It's not really 30 degrees yet, but that's okay because the sun is out. I want to start off by telling everybody thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and I can't thank everybody enough. It means the world to me, and let's keep it going, right? Keep it going. Tell your friends, tell your family members, spread this thing. That's how it's going to get bigger. That's how you can really help me. All of this takes a lot of time to put together, and it's not something that I'm complaining about because I really enjoy doing it. But the more people watch, the more it makes it worth it. So, again, I thank you. And if you're new to the show, please remember to subscribe, hit those like buttons, send your comments. And if you or someone you know has a story that needs to be told, send it to talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. That's TALKIN with Topher @gmail.com. It's all at the bottom of the screen right here. Send those stories in. Trying to get a segment going. There won't be one this week, but that's okay because I'm going to be going over something fun anyways. You can follow me on social media. Oh, yeah. You can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Go there, follow. I'll be more than happy to accept your request. And let's just get into it, right? Let's get into it. I have been trying to put something together now for the last week. And the first thing I want to mention is I am not a doctor. I am not a scientist. And I have only the information that I know about the product I'm going to talk about today. And, of course, the internet helps me just like it helps everybody else. So if you question anything that I say today, please go look it up for yourself. And always, 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 if you are on medications of any kind, consult your doctor before doing anything that could manipulate your medication. Okay, please and thank you. Again, I'm not a doctor, and if you are already taking medication, please consult your doctor first. I'm not telling anybody to do anything, and I'm not telling you to prescribe yourself to this. I'm going to give you the information that I have on CBD today. It's a great product. I've been carrying it in New Hampshire Vape Gallery for a little under about 4 years now. And it comes in all kinds of different shapes, forms, all basically breaking down to having the same result, which is either pain relief or helping people with sleep. So I have in front of me a lot of products that New Hampshire Vape Gallery carries. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a couple websites I have to tell the distinction between full spectrum and broad spectrum CBDs, because there is a giant difference. One of the quick differences is the full spectrum CBD will have traces of THC in it, where a broad spectrum will not. We carry a couple products that have and do not have. Because if your job right now requires you to take a urinalysis test, then any amount of THC could pop and give you, a positive outcome, and you don't want that. Some jobs are looking for a high amount of THC, so it depends on where you work and how their labs are, and all that stuff is different too. I don't know if you can just ask your place of work and be like, hey, are you testing for high amounts of THC or lower amounts? And nobody needs to. Nobody wants to do that, because you don't want to open a door that you can't close or get yourself in trouble for just trying a simple product that is supposed to alleviate pain and help you sleep. This stuff is not going to get you high. And one thing that I do know is that you can't OD on this like you can aspirin, Tylenol, and all that other crap that's out on the market in compressed pill form. And I call it crap because I personally don't take that stuff. Years ago, probably about 3-4 years ago now, any compressed pill I stopped taking, and because of the way that they break down in our stomach, or should I say don't break down in our stomach, and I didn't like the fact that there was a possibility that a half decomposed? I don't know, dissolved. So a half, I didn't want to, like the next day you wake up, you go to take more pills, only half of that pill, for the most part, has completely dissolved. And I don't know if how true this is, but I do know that there's pieces left over in your stomach, and then you add another pill on top, and then that one only dissolves a partial way because of the compounds and everything else that holds it together. And then you just wind up with this like backlog of pills in your stomach, and that's how ulcers and all kinds of horrible gut lining issues can come from. A lot of these problems are actually mostly multivitamin, because multivitamins, everybody knows to take a multivitamin. So you've been taking one since you were a kid, you're taking it as an adult, and the compressed pills are the cheapest way to go. And usually have like the worst compounds holding them together. And so a lot of gut lining issues and a lot of ulcers and stuff like that are caused by multivitamins, and because they don't dissolve correctly in your stomach. So if you're taking a multivitamin, I always suggest taking a gummy. That's better than those. A gel cap. Or you can get like I do the gel, but it's got like a powder in it. It's a green bottle with a carrot on it. I don't know. They're great. They're non-GMO. Just find stuff that's a little bit healthier and a little bit easier for you to digest. I know it's going to be more money, but it's going to be cheaper than giving yourself gut issues and an ulcer, because then you're going to be in the hospital and they're going to have to take care of you their way. And we all know insurance is expensive. So I look out for that. I worry about that. I worry about my gut. I have major, major gut issues, so I'm always looking to get rid of any type of a pill that could stack up in my stomach. But anyways, that has nothing to do with CBD. Let's move on. CBD, what I have in front of me is I have three different companies, actually. I have This company called Green, a company called Savage, and a company called Green Roads. And yes, this may sound like a really long ad for New Hampshire Vape Gallery, but the only reason I know about this stuff is because I sell it personally. I use it personally, and I use these products specifically. So I'm kind of going with what I know. Obviously, like I said, do your own investigation, and check out other companies. There's more to choose from out there, but just make sure it's a reputable company. There's CBD Lion, and I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I think every podcast has a CBD sponsorship, so it's a great product. Everybody's got it. Just do your research and check it out. But we all want to know what the difference is between full spectrum and broad spectrum are. Well, a full spectrum CBD and broad spectrum CBD are two of the three main types of CBD extracts available. The main difference between the two relates to the other naturally occurring plant compounds. Let's see. Although much of the research in CBD is still in its early stages, many people are eager to try CBD products. Anecdotal evidence suggests that some people have found CBD to be helpful in relieving ailments such as anxiety and pain. In fact, one study in 2018 in people who use CBD revealed that 62% of people use it for medical symptoms, including pain, depression, and anxiety. I have to say that I was using it for mostly pain. The anxiety part makes sense, though. CBD is one of many compounds in the cannabis plant. Other than THC, it is the most abundant compound in the plant. That's pretty cool. Let's see. We're going to keep reading to find out the difference. Oh, and that's another thing, too. Depending on your state, will depend on what type of CBD products can be sold in your store. So make sure you look up the state. And, sometimes, like if you're looking for gummies and stuff, gummies are not supposed to be really sold in New Hampshire. So we stopped carrying all the edibles. We're not allowed to carry the dog stuff. So you have to, it's weird. I think pet stores have to carry the pet stuff. Vape shops, smoke shops, not allowed to carry that. We're not allowed to carry gummies. They don't want anything that is that's edible, that hasn't been FDA approved. And since none of this stuff is FDA approved, we can only carry so many things in store legally. So look up your state, see what your CBD logistics are, and then you could find out if the products that you are looking to purchase are actually sold in stores in your state. Of course, if you wanted to as well, you're following along, hop on the internet and check out these websites that I'm going through. And they've all got prices and stuff like that. I just don't know what the shipping requirements is from state to state. So you'll have to see if you put in your zip code and see if they deny you a sale. Stuff like that you want, like I said, you got to look into this stuff. There's a lot going on here, but it's a phenomenal alternative to your regular everyday aspirins. Excuse me. So let's see. The main difference between full spectrum and broad spectrum CBD is which compounds they contain. If a CBD product contains several natural occurring cannabis plant extracts, such as terpenes and other cannabinoids, including up to 0.3% THC, it is a full spectrum CBD. Broad spectrum CBD also contains several cannabis plant compounds, but it is typically entirely free of THC. That said, there may sometimes be trace amounts of THC in broad spectrum CBD products. CBD isolate is the third common form of CBD. This is the pure form of CBD containing no other cannabis plant compounds. However, although these terms do carry some meaning, CBD and related terms are not heavily regulated. Some manufacturers may use the words interchangeably or misuse them. So this is why I say you have to do your research, and I've said this about vape juice. I've said this about a whole bunch of stuff over the years, maybe on this podcast, maybe, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you're getting it at a gas station, it's probably not a good product unless it's one of the products that I'm showing you today. But I will tell you this much, gas stations are not going to pay the wholesale price for these products. They're going to find something that they're paying maybe $5-7 a bottle, and they're going to turn around and sell that to you for like $20-25. Now, if you come into my store, the smallest bottle you're going to get is going to be 30 starting, okay? And this is just to give you a perspective of prices. My next in line would be $40. Okay, so when you go to a gas station or you go to a place that's not an actual like dealer of CBD, but they just have it on the shelves, use caution. This is why I say you want to do your research. I can't stress this enough, seriously. So let's see. There are 3 main ways to extract the CBD. Carbon dioxide extraction. This method uses CO2 to separate CBD oil from the cannabis plant. It is a popular extraction method for CBD products and is capable of successfully producing high concentrated CBD. Then you have steam distillation. With this method, I love the fact that I can read, right? With this method, steam helps separate the oil from the plant material. It is a popular method extracting essential plant oils, but it is not as effective as CO2 method. And then you have solvent extraction. Although this method is effective, if solvents are left behind, the process does pose a potential health risk. That's not good, I guess. Solvent extraction can also affect the flavor of the extract. Oh, well, it sounds like a poor way to do it then. Let's see. Lipid extraction. This process is gaining popularity as some companies are now trying to avoid CO2 in solvents. Look at that. Huh. After extraction, the resulting CBD oil is considered full spectrum. Hemp source CBD will have a THC concentration of 0.3% or less. The extract must go through a cooling and purification process to obtain a CBD isolate product. Further processing leaves behind an crystalline isolate or CBD crystals. Wow. No. See, I did that again. I didn't add a period in, and I tried to read that as one full sentence like a dum-dum. So when I got to the end of the sentence, which is isolate product, period. Now, further processing leaves behind a crystalline isolate or CBD crystals. Okay, so you got to continue processing it to get your CBD isolate, which has nothing in it, according to what I just read. The benefits for full spectrum CBD has numerous other cannabinoid compounds from the cannabis plant, along with low levels of THC. Usually the THC qualities are less than 0.3% on a dry, wet basis. Since this is a federal law requirement of CBD, This low quality of THC is not usually potent enough to cause the high, as they say, that people typically associate with cannabis. However, the levels of THC can increase when the manufacturer creates a concentrate. For example, some tinctures can contain up to 2 milligrams per milliliter of THC, and this, in some cases, can have an euphoric effect. Full-spectrum CBD also contains terpenes from the cannabis plant. Terpenes tend to give plant their scent. Research points to extents of the entourage effect? Entourage effect? Oh, shit, I can't read. I'm sorry, guys. With posits that when multiple cannabis plant compounds are present along with the CBD extract, this increases the health benefits of CBD. Because full-spectrum products contain compounds in addition to CBD, such as THC, they may maximize the entourage. Oh my God. The entourage. I'm going to say entourage. It really does look like entourage effect. Some of the potential health effects of CBD include anti-seizure, antioxidant, anti-anxiety, pain relief, and anti-inflammatory. So the pain relief and the anti-inflammatory are the two reasons I was taking it, for golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, and mostly my back. I've had lower back issues for years. Let's see. It may also ease the symptoms of some psychotic conditions and provide relief from muscle spasms. One review from 2018 also suggests that the flavonoids and terpenes in CBD may have anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects. Now we got broad-spectrum CBD benefits. Oh, and by the way, the website I'm using, I apologize, is Medical News Today. I looked on a few websites. This one seemed to have everything kind of back-to-back, making it easier to do this. And I did compare these to Green Road's notes, and they're like identical. So I felt very confident in reading this aloud. And it just had a little bit more information than Green Roads did, but they coincided. So I just want to let you know that it is medicalnewstoday.com. All I did was type CBD broad and full spectrum in Google, and it just popped up. All right, so broad spectrum CBD benefits. These broad spectrum CBD products also contain additional compounds from the cannabis plant, including cannabinoid, CBN, and cannabirichamine, and terpenes. CBN may have the following potential health benefits: antibiotic, anti-seizure, and anti-inflammatory. Most broad-spectrum CBD products do not contain THC. However, on occasion, products may have trace amounts. Like full-spectrum CBD, broad-spectrum CBD products may also have some additional health benefits due to the resulting entourage effect. Broad-spectrum CBD may be more suitable for people who wish to avoid THC, as even the low amounts in full-spectrum could show up on a urinalysis test. So, like I said, you really want to be cautious of what you're doing. If your job relies on you taking a urinalysis test randomly every year, you're going to want to make sure that you're using something that contains no THC. Let's see. Then you have the CBD isolate. Oh, yeah. CBD isolate only contains CBD and does not have any additional compounds from the cannabis plant. People who wish to avoid THC altogether may prefer to choose CBD isolate products. By using CBD isolate products, a person can determine whether or not CBD alone effectively eases their ailments, as there are no other active compounds present that may interfere or interact with its effects. As mentioned above, there is evidence to suggest that the use of CBD products containing multiple cannabis plant compounds may produce more prominent effects. Which makes sense. I mean, if you've got terpenes have an effect. Obviously, THC has an effect. And then you add the CBD in there, and that's also going to have an effect. So you are going to feel something from all of those. But I do like the way they put this, where if you just want to see how CBD works, well, then that's great. You get the isolate, and now you can see if it's just the CBD that was helping you, or maybe it was the terpenes and the THC that was helping, you know? So if you take a full spectrum like I do, I mean, I would probably have to stop smoking pot for a minute just to see if that would even have an effect on me. But, I mean, I would do it as like a little experiment. The holidays are here, and I want you to go to naturalbossnh.com. That's naturalbossnh.com. They've got, like I've said over and over again, one of the best hand sanitizers I have ever used. Their salve is amazing. It's great for dry skin. It smells wonderful. I love it. It gets rid of all that horrible dry skin we're all getting right now from shoveling and spreading salt. Really helps with that. And they also have, excuse me, gift ideas. That's right. Look at this. They got nice, beautiful gift sets already made up. Some have lip balm. Let's click in it. Let's see what's going on. So, yeah, you got a care kit with 2 lip balms, 1 of each blend, and 2 hand sanitizers. You got the Best Man. This includes 2 beard oils, 1 of each blend, and an herbal salve. The I Heart You includes 1 herbal salve, 2 lip balms, and 1 of each blend, and 1 hand sanitizer. And you can select any one of these 3 for $19. So great gift sets. The holidays are here. They also, don't forget that they have a foot and body soak. So all kinds of great things coming out for the holidays. Now the gift sets. So go to naturalbossnh.com. That's naturalbossnh.com. That's naturalbossnh.com. naturalbossnh.com. Go there, get your hand sanitizer, get your beard oil, get any one of these wonderful organically made products today. The holidays are here, and you need to go down to New Hampshire Vape Gallery, located at 180 Lafayette Road, Seabrook, New Hampshire, down the street from Home Depot and next to Smoke Rings. We're open 7 days a week from 10:30 to 8 p.m., and you can give us a call, 603-814-4171. You can come in our store, provided you wear a mask. We don't only have vaping stuff, right? We've got a lot for all your vaping needs, but we also have multi-mats. And the multi-mats, I have these amazing printed mouse pads. These things are great. Anything you need to put down on the counter, let's say it's got a glass bottom. Well, you can use one of these wonderful mats to put your glass piece down on and not have to worry about it getting broken. Or you can just use it for your mouse to your computer. They've also got the little mats. These things are awesome. I love these little mats. These little travel mats are amazing. They also have 9x13 mats. Awesome. Awesome silicone mats. These things are great. Silicone mats are amazing. They go, I think it's about 400 degrees in the oven, maybe 425 max. And so you can cook on these. But they are silicone mats, so they have many other uses. All right, so there's the multi-mats. And hey, if that wasn't enough, check this out. That's right, you see that blue border? Look at this. This is an amazing table mat. It is ginormous, fills up the whole entire table, and it is just a great silicone mat. If you don't want anything slipping around on your table, get yourself a table multi-mat silicone mat. They're just great. Also we have CBD, all kinds of CBD. I've got muscle and joint cream right here. There we go. We also carry tincture. These tinctures here, no THC in those. So great for the person that still has to take a drug test today. I also have other tinctures. These are full spectrum, okay? So if you have drug tests to take, don't take full spectrum. You will pop positive. And then we have vaping CBD. So right here, you got some CBD Bay made by Vape Goons. So if you know the name, they make a great vapable CBD, and so does Savage. 5 different flavors of Savage to choose from for your vapable CBD. And then, of course, other products in CBD form, pre-rolled cartridges, disposables. And, so we have more than just disposables and vapes and coils and tanks and juice. We got CBD, we got multi-mats, we got all kinds of stuff. So come on down to New Hampshire Vape Gallery today, located at 180 Lafayette Road, Seabrook, New Hampshire, down the street from Home Depot and next to Smoke Rings, where you can come in our store, provided you wear a mask, and find whatever you need, and get your holiday gifts today at New Hampshire Vape Gallery. I look forward to seeing you there. Slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. Again, that is slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. You need to go here this holiday season and get some wonderful tattoo-inspired printed everything. Skateboards, gloves, shirts, neck gaiters, trucker hats. You name it, they got it. And the winter hats are awesome. They're great. These leggings for women, I absolutely love the prints on all of these. And the leggings go from the ankles to the thighs. The shirts are awesome. Check these out. I've got a whole bunch of these things. I absolutely love these prints. All right, they're colorful. Couple classics here. Never know which way to turn the damn shirt. It's a good thing this is a high production studio. But yeah, I mean, these shirts are just awesome. So I wear these. I love them. They are great shirts, super comfortable, and even though I've washed them 100 times, the print is still strong. It's not all cracked up. It's not splitting. So they use a great printing quality on their shirts, as well as they do everything else. So again, this is slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com, slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. Go to this website today, get yourself some holiday t-shirts, skateboards for the kids, trucker hats for the husband. Whatever you're looking for, they're gonna have it for you. High quality, great products. And again, that is slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. Slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. If you're not sure how to spell that, I got it down at the bottom of the screen. And let's get back to the show. Let's see. We're gonna summarize it up from these guys here. Although the current evidence suggests that full and broad spectrum CBD products may be more effective than CBD isolate, there is a need for additional research. Of course, that's what I keep saying. It is possible that the presence of additional cannabis plant compounds may increase the effects of CBD products. However, because there is no current regulation of terms of broad spectrum, regulation of the terms broad spectrum, full spectrum, or isolate, it can be challenging to determine a CBD's product exact contents. People who are looking to try CBD to ease various ailments such as pain and anxiety should seek manufacturers that perform third-party laboratory testing. And every company I have does. I have all the tests with every invoice that I order. They send it to me, and I file it along with all of my invoices, and I like to make that very clear. People looking to try CBD should also speak to a healthcare provider beforehand, as it may have some side effects with the drugs you're already taking, like I said. So I guess I do know a few things. It's just a lot of stuff, all right? Like everything else we're doing today, like vaping in general, you can't just quit cigarettes, get into vaping, and know what you're doing. You gotta teach yourself. There's a lot of stuff to learn with CBD, and the CBD products that I carry, like I said, were Green Roads. So I have the Muscle Cream here, and I also have tinctures. And these are teeny tiny bottles, and all of these, let's see if I can just, so all three of these, I don't know why I do this. I can't cut it now. You've been going. All three of these, I'm sorry about I'm trying to get no glare. It's hard. Haha. All right, I did it. No THC on those. None. Those are an isolate, pharmaceutical formulated by Green Roads, and I recommend that to all my customers that have drug tests. And then, of course, I have Full Spectrum. The Green Company is one of my more affordable companies. But this is a full spectrum. It does contain the 0.03% of THC, and it does have terpenes. But this goes under the tongue. And let me show that to you right here. So here's the tincture bottle, right? So this is 750 milligrams. So what you want to do is if you want to find out like what 1 milliliter of this bottle is, so when you go like that, all right? So this right here, oops. So this right here is a full dropper. That's 1 milliliter, right? So take 750, divide it by 30, because that's the size of this bottle, and that number will tell you how many milligrams per dropper. All right, so that's a quick way to do the math on that. And then you just go like this. And I like to go. It goes right underneath the tongue. Let it sit there. Now, I didn't let it sit there very long. You want us to let it sit there for at least 60 seconds, okay? Sit that under the tongue, and then just swallow it down. And I like the tinctures because it gets processed through the body, so it takes a little bit longer for it to kick in, but it's longer lasting because it's going to go through your entire system. So I feel that it's the best way for me to get the most relief. Vaping it is very quick. So when you inhale the vape, it does what it's supposed to do. It's very short-lived. It may only be 5 or 10 minutes. So you do have to continue vaping it. So I always look at like vaping it as easy way to get it done, but very short-lived. And then, of course, you got your like long-term, which is your tinctures. And everybody's got a tincture. Savage has got this like a whole bunch of different flavors of vape juice, and they also make a non-flavored. So let's just say you have vape juice of your favorite vape juice, right? It's like a blueberry funnel cake or something. And you don't want a full tank of CBD, but you want CBD. Well, they also sell 1,000 milligrams of unflavored vape juice. So now you can add it to your favorite vape juice and be getting some CBD while you're enjoying your favorite vape juice. So there's all kinds of ways to take this stuff, you know. These things are great, right? Nice little pre-rolls. Looks like a regular joint, smokes like a regular joint, but it's all full spectrum CBD. And I like to, you see how I got a long tip on that? Okay, they don't come in the package this way. I kind of mash it up a little bit, and then I twist it, and it actually packs it. Because I find that if I pull it out of the tube and just light it on fire, it burns funny. It kind of gets harsh because there's a lot of air pockets in there. So I like to make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'll snip that off, and then I'll smoke this, and it'll smoke just like a fucking joint. It's great. Absolutely great. So there's many different ways to get the CBD. I mean, there's cartridges for the CBD. We have disposables for CBD. So there is just a lot of different ways of getting CBD into your system. And one of my favorite things is the CBD cream. And I think I just showed it to you, but I don't think I talked about it once at all. So this is a nice relief cream. I get the 300 milligram. And all you do is a little does go a long way. So I would use a little bit and just put it on the surface of the area that's bothering me. And I would, like, if my arm was bothering me, I would take some tincture and then I put some cream on. And 20 minutes later, it's not that you, like, really, you're like, you kind of go, oh, my elbow's not hurting me anymore. And that's why I tell a lot of people it's like an aspirin effect, you know, because when you take an aspirin, I don't know about you, but myself, I go, when is this thing going to work? But if I take CBD and that same amount of time has passed, I'm like, oh, wow, I can't feel the pain in my elbow right now. So it does work, right? But it works differently for everybody. Just like everything. Now, what I mean by this is if you don't smoke, right, and you've never had THC in your body, CBD is not going to just instantaneously work for you. And I always tell all my customers that you should get a low-dose CBD and take it once or twice a day for like 2 weeks. Because that's going to introduce it into the body. It's going to allow the body to do what it needs to do with it because you're taking it every day, so it'll just work its way into the system. And then usually after 2 weeks of taking it consistently, the body figures out what it's supposed to do, and it just does it. And if you have smoked, then it usually works pretty regularly, like on point. Like I took CBD, and I find now they make, okay, so here we go. They make all these milligram sizes. And what do these milligram sizes do? Well, they make the product more affordable the lower the number goes, obviously. And I will tell you right now that through Ben Greenfield, you could probably go to, shout out to Ben, I don't know him or anything, but I use his website all the time. But if you go to Ben Greenfield Fitness, I believe it's /CBD. He's got so much information on this, and I'm pretty sure in there was the daily dosage. And he says at least 200 milligrams a day, right? So if you're in pain and you take less than 200 milligrams, then it's not going to quite get to where it needs to be. And that's why I use like the 1500. I know it's more expensive. It's $100 a bottle, $80 a bottle. But if you take 1500, you divide it by the size of the bottle, that's going to give you almost 25 to 50 milligrams, depending on what product, per dropper. So the reason I like to go higher is because I don't want to consume a lot of the tincture. So if I go higher in my number and I'm trying to get to 200 on a dosage, if I need to take it, I don't want to have to drink 6 milliliters of the bottle in order to get to 200. So I always go for the higher milligram in the bottle and trying to get it to the minimum amount of doses that I'm going to consume. And I think with the 1500 here, I'm not very good at math, but I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not good at math like this in my head. Dividing, I don't know, I get lost. Multiplying, adding, subtracting, I'm sure like most of us is pretty simple to do in your head for the most part. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see something here. I don't even know. I have never checked. Huh. Son of a bitch. Oh, there it is. All right. All right, so if we take 1500, right, and we divide it by 30, okay, so there you go. It's 50 milligrams per milliliter that I take. So I have to take 4 of these to get to a hundo, to get to 200. So it's not as bad to drink 4 of these as when you have 750 milligram. And as you can see, when you, let's see here. If I just go, let's go 750, and let's divide that by 30. There you go, 25. So if you want to take, that's 8 of those. You'd have to drink 8 milliliters of this to get to 200, and I only have to drink 4 milliliters of this to get to 200. So it's just little things like that that make it worth it to me. But they do say that 200's a pretty high, but a good. I don't even know if it's high, but it's a good minimum dosage. That much I do know. But like I said, if you've never done this before, you want to start with a small bottle, and you're just going to start with low milligrams. Like I love these ones here by Green Roads because they always tell you, this one is 17 milligrams per milliliter. This one's 37 milligrams per milliliter, and this one is 7 milligrams per milliliter. So these guys break it down for you right on the box. And I love that because it makes my job easier. So these are the things that I look for. And like I said, I know it's going to be more expensive, but trust me, this is not a product that you want to really be stingy about. This is not one of those things. This is not like underwear and socks and, I mean, the stuff that you're ingesting this, right? You're putting this into your system. You're drinking it. You're eating it. So I cannot say or stress enough. Do your research, find the company, make sure they have a third-party testing, and then find out what's going to work for you. If you're someone like me who smokes pot every day, been smoking pot for years on end, 200 milligrams is plenty. It's good. It does exactly what I need it to. Do I go a little bit more sometimes? Yes. But 200 seems to be a great milligram percentage for someone like myself. There's other people out there that take 50 milligrams a day, and they feel as good as I do. So, again, you got to figure out what's going to work best for you. Is there anything I missed? I mean, there's only so much I know about this product. I sell it all the time. But I think that's it. I think I got everything I wanted to get out there. I hope this helps. I really do. I don't know if I just ran around in a circle or did a really long New Hampshire Vape Gallery ad, but I hope this helps. I hope you get some information that is helpful out of this. And that's it. That's the CBD segment. Let's see here. And I don't know if you can see the screen a little bit better, but you got so many different products. The 1,000 to 1,500 milligram tinctures come in 4 different flavors. I buy my dog the pet stuff, and this is all Savage, by the way. I love their products. They have Delta 8. They got CBD. So great stuff. All your vapables. And, of course, they do sell gummies and stuff, but technically I was told we're not supposed to sell them in New Hampshire, so that was sad. And then, of course, I have Green Roads. Now, a lot of their packaging has changed, and they've gone through a complete overhaul of the company itself. But their products we've been carrying longer. We've had Green Roads in the building since we opened the store. Savage was somebody I brought on later, and then the company Green was the third of my picks of the 32 companies that I dug through to find 3. Green Roads is definitely one that I highly, highly recommend. Their product is great. Their product packaging, everything about it is just great. So these are the CBD products that I carry personally in the shop. If you find other products out there that you think are better, grab them, try them. Just follow the okay? Follow the protocol of looking into this stuff, and of course, checking with your doctor to make sure it's not going to mess with the medication you're already on. And this is it. All right. So that's it. That's that. That's CBD. Okay. I just want to thank everybody for watching the podcast. I love doing this. I love coming back every week. It's a great passion of mine, and I'm just so excited to share all of this stuff with you. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to comment, spread the word. If you enjoy this, I believe your friends will enjoy this as well. Maybe there's family members out there that could use some of this. Share, please, and thank you. If you have a story or you know someone who has a story, send it to the email. All right, and also, let's try this. Suggestions. The reason I did this CBD was because I had multiple suggestions. And then when I tried to explain that I had no knowledge of CBD, the amount of knowledge that I had when I was telling them I had no knowledge, they felt was enough to have a podcast on. And I agree with them because it was better than nothing. And I sell it, so I should know something, right? So send your requests, send your stories, your friends' stories, whatever to TALKIN with Topher at gmail.com. That's talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow me. That's right. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm on all of them. Check me out. All right? And other than that, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And as always, I'll talk to you later.